The alarm clock screams. You drag yourself out of bed, the familiar weight of the work week settling upon your shoulders. Millions of us around the world know this feeling, the daily grind of the 9 to 5. We trade our time for money, hoping for that elusive promotion, that slight pay raise that might just make it all feel worthwhile. We dream of financial freedom, of the day we can escape the rat race and pursue our passions. But what if there was another way? What if you didn't have to choose between a soul-crushing job and financial security? The desire for financial freedom burns bright within many of us. It's the yearning for options, for the ability to make choices about our time and our lives, without the constant worry of money. The good news is that achieving financial freedom doesn't necessarily require winning the lottery or inheriting a fortune. It's about creating opportunities, diversifying your income, and taking control of your financial future. Imagine waking up each morning without the dread of work, knowing that your money is working for you, generating income even while you sleep. This is the power of building multiple income streams. For years I was stuck in the same cycle, working a demanding full-time job, feeling trapped and unfulfilled. I needed a plan, a way to build financial security without sacrificing the stability of my current income. That's when I discovered the power of building multiple income streams. In just 12 months, while still working my full-time job, I created 7 different sources of income. These streams, some active and some passive, ranged from freelancing and digital products to YouTube automation and affiliate marketing. It was about taking control of my financial future one step at a time. And in this journey, I discovered the power of consistency, the joy of creation, and the freedom that comes from building something of your own. Imagine this, your entire financial well-being hinges on a single source of income. Now imagine that single source falters. What happens? The consequences can be devastating. This is why diversification is not just a financial buzzword, it's a fundamental principle of building a secure future. Think of multiple income streams as a safety net for your finances. By diversifying, you spread your risk. If one stream slows down or disappears altogether, the impact is cushioned by your other income sources. With multiple streams, you create a resilient financial ecosystem that can weather a variety of storms. Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. Unexpected medical bills, car repairs, or a sudden job loss can quickly derail your finances, especially if you're relying on a single income source. This is where the power of multiple income streams becomes truly evident. Having additional sources of revenue provides a financial cushion, a safety net to catch you when life throws its inevitable curveballs. Instead of panicking in the face of unexpected expenses, you can rely on your diversified income to navigate these challenges with greater ease. The peace of mind that comes with knowing you have multiple income streams working for you is invaluable. It allows you to approach life's uncertainties with confidence, knowing you have built a safety net to protect yourself and your loved ones. One of the most transformative aspects of building multiple income streams is the shift from trading time for money to creating assets that generate income. When you rely solely on a job, you're essentially exchanging a fixed amount of your time for a fixed amount of money. Creating multiple income streams, especially passive ones, allows you to break free from this linear model. You invest your time up front to create something valuable, whether it's a digital product, a YouTube channel, or a rental property. And then this asset continues to generate income even when you're not actively working on it. You're no longer limited by the hours in a day. Your income becomes a byproduct of the assets you create, not just the time you directly exchange for it. This shift in mindset is crucial for achieving financial freedom and building long-term wealth. Ultimately, the most compelling reason to build multiple income streams is the freedom and opportunities it unlocks. It's about designing a life on your terms, where you have the flexibility to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, and make choices that align with your values. Imagine having the financial security to pursue a passion project without worrying about immediate profitability, Take a sabbatical to travel the world or spend time with family. Transition to a different career path without the pressure of financial constraints. Retire early and enjoy the fruits of your labor. By diversifying your income, you're not just building financial security, you're investing in your freedom and creating a future filled with possibilities. You're taking control of your destiny and building a life that reflects your true passions and aspirations. The first step in my freelancing journey was identifying a skill I could offer to clients. I knew I needed something marketable, something businesses were actively seeking. It dawned on me that my day job, while not my dream career, had equipped me with a valuable skill: writing. I could craft clear, compelling copy for websites, marketing materials, and even internal communications. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that many businesses struggled to find good writers. Could this be my ticket to freelancing? It was time to put my writing to the test in the world of online work. With my freelance-able skill identified, I needed a way to showcase my abilities to potential clients. I needed an online presence, a digital storefront, where I could display my work and attract those seeking writing services. The solution was simpler than I expected: a portfolio website. I opted for a clean, minimalist design, focusing on showcasing my writing samples and testimonials from satisfied clients, even if those clients were friends and family who had generously reviewed my work. My portfolio website became my virtual resume, a 24/7 advertisement for my services. It was time to put myself out there and see what the world of freelancing had in store. Building an online presence was crucial, but I knew that simply having a website wouldn't magically bring clients to my doorstep. I needed to be proactive, to seek out opportunities and put myself in front of the right people. Freelance platforms like Upwork and Fiverr seemed like a good starting point. I spent hours browsing through job postings, carefully crafting proposals that highlighted my skills and experience. It was a numbers game at first, sending out countless applications and receiving a handful of responses, but I persevered, learning from each interaction and refining my approach. Then, a breakthrough. I landed my first client, a small business owner who needed help writing website copy. Slowly but surely I was building a client base and generating income from my writing. Landing my first few clients was exhilarating, but I knew that my success depended on consistently delivering high-quality work. I treated every project with the utmost professionalism, communicating clearly with clients, meeting deadlines, and going the extra mile to exceed expectations. Word-of-mouth referrals became my most valuable marketing tool. Satisfied clients recommended me to their network, and my client base continued to grow organically. I realized that freelancing wasn't just about finding clients, it was about building relationships and becoming a trusted partner. As my income from freelancing increased, I started exploring ways to scale my services. Freelancing had become more than just a side hustle, it was a thriving business, and I was constantly learning and adapting to grow it further. Freelancing had given me a taste of income independence, but it was still trading time for money. I wanted to create something that could generate income even when I wasn't actively working. That's when the idea of digital products took root. I had been freelancing as a writer for several months, helping businesses craft compelling website copy, blog posts, and marketing materials. I realized that many of my clients faced similar challenges. They knew they needed great content, but struggled to create it themselves. Could I package my knowledge and experience into a product that could help them? This idea was both exciting and daunting. I had valuable knowledge to share, and a digital product could reach a wider audience than I could ever reach through one-on-one client work. I decided to start small. Instead of diving headfirst into creating a comprehensive online course, I opted for a more manageable first product, an ebook. My ebook would be a concise guide to writing effective website copy, packed with actionable tips, templates, and examples. I had already created a lot of this content for my freelance clients, so it was a matter of compiling it into a cohesive and reader-friendly format. I spent weeks organizing my thoughts, refining my writing, and designing an eye-catching layout. Creating that first digital product was a labor of love. I was pouring my knowledge and expertise into something tangible, something that had the potential to help others. With my ebook complete, it was time to introduce it to the world. I chose Gumroad as my platform, enticed by its simplicity and creator-friendly features. I created a compelling sales page, highlighting the benefits of my ebook and offering a sneak peek at its contents. Promoting my ebook felt like a whole new challenge. I leveraged my existing online presence, sharing the news with my social media followers and email subscribers. The initial response was slow, but gradually sales started trickling in. Each sale was a vote of confidence, a validation of my expertise and the value I was offering. As my ebook sales gained momentum, I began to experience the magic of passive income. While I still dedicated time to marketing and customer support, the income generated by my ebook wasn't directly tied to the hours I worked. People were purchasing my ebook while I was sleeping, exercising, or even on vacation. This realization was liberating. It fueled my desire to create more digital products, each one a potential source of passive income. Digital products had become a cornerstone of my income streams. They provided a scalable and sustainable way to share my knowledge, help others, and generate income even when I wasn't actively working. I had heard whispers of a different kind of YouTube, one where you didn't need to bare your soul in front of a camera, where introversion wasn't a barrier to success. This was the realm of faceless YouTube channels, where content reigned supreme, and anonymity was an option. Could I leverage the power of YouTube without the pressure of being on camera? Could I create valuable content that resonated with viewers without revealing my face? Faceless YouTube seemed like the perfect solution for someone like me, someone who loved creating and sharing knowledge but wasn't comfortable being in the spotlight. Diving into the world of faceless YouTube felt like entering uncharted territory. I had so many questions. What kind of content should I create? How would I produce videos without showing my face? How could I make my channel stand out in a sea of other creators? My research led me to a treasure trove of tools and resources designed specifically for faceless YouTube automation. I discovered the power of AI-powered scriptwriting tools like ChatGPT, which could help me generate engaging video ideas and even write entire scripts. Armed with these tools, I felt empowered to tackle the challenge of faceless YouTube creation. Section 3. A slow and steady ascent. With my YouTube automation toolkit in place, I embarked on my content creation journey. I decided to focus on topics I was passionate about and knowledgeable in productivity, money habits, and freelancing tips. I figured if I enjoyed creating the content, it would shine through, regardless of whether my face was on camera. I set a realistic goal for myself: upload one video per week. Consistency, I had learned, was key to building an audience on any platform. The first few months were a whirlwind of learning and experimenting. I honed my scripting skills, played with different video styles, and constantly iterated based on viewer feedback, or lack thereof, in the beginning. The initial response was quiet. My videos received a handful of views, mostly from friends and family. But I didn't let the silence discourage me. I kept creating, kept uploading, and kept learning. I knew that building a successful YouTube channel took time and perseverance. Section 4. Monetization and beyond. As months turned into a year, something incredible happened. My YouTube channel started gaining traction. One video, in particular, resonated with viewers, garnering thousands of views and sparking a wave of new subscribers. It was a slow and steady climb, but I was finally seeing the fruits of my labor. Once my channel reached the monetization threshold, I eagerly enabled ads, excited to see my content start generating income. While the initial earnings were modest, it was a significant milestone. My faceless YouTube channel was no longer just a creative outlet, it was a legitimate income stream. But the rewards of YouTube automation extended beyond monetization. I had built a platform, an audience, and a community around my content. I connected with viewers from all over the world, received heartfelt messages of gratitude, and witnessed firsthand the impact my videos were having on people's lives. It was incredibly fulfilling, and it fueled my desire to keep creating and sharing my knowledge with the world. From viewer to customer, the power of recommendation. As my YouTube channel gained traction, I realized I had an opportunity to do more than just create content. I could recommend products and services that I genuinely believed in. Products that had helped me in my freelancing journey, tools that had streamlined my workflow, and resources that had expanded my knowledge. That's when I discovered the world of affiliate marketing. It seemed like a natural fit for my faceless YouTube channel. I could seamlessly integrate affiliate links into my video descriptions, recommending products I already used and loved. It was a win-win situation. I could provide valuable recommendations to my viewers while also generating income from my channel. My first foray into affiliate marketing was cautious. I didn't want to come across as pushy or salesy. I wanted to maintain the trust I had built with my audience. So, I made a rule for myself. I would only recommend products that I personally used and believed in. Products that had genuinely made a difference in my life or business. Building trust, not just income. I started small, incorporating affiliate links for tools like Grammarly, Canva, and Skillshare into my video descriptions. These were tools I used regularly and often mentioned in my videos, so it felt natural to include links where viewers could learn more or make a purchase. To my surprise, the response was positive. Viewers appreciated the recommendations, and I started seeing a trickle of affiliate income. It wasn't a fortune, but it was proof that I could generate income by recommending products I genuinely believed in. I experimented with different ways to incorporate affiliate links, always prioritizing transparency and authenticity. I added disclaimers to my video descriptions, clearly stating that I might earn a commission if viewers made a purchase through my links. I created dedicated tutorial videos for some of my favorite tools, providing in-depth reviews and showcasing how I use them in my own work. I realized that affiliate marketing wasn't just about slapping links onto a page and hoping for the best. It was about building trust, providing value, and genuinely helping my audience. It was about aligning my recommendations with my content and my values. Cultivating a community, the power of email. While social media platforms like YouTube were great for reaching a broad audience, I craved a more direct connection with my followers. I wanted to build a community, a space where I could share insights, resources, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into my journey. That's when I decided to start an email newsletter. I had heard countless stories of creators building thriving communities and generating significant income through email marketing. It seemed like the perfect way to nurture relationships with my audience and offer something valuable beyond my free content. I envisioned my newsletter as a weekly dose of inspiration and actionable advice for aspiring freelancers and online entrepreneurs. I chose a simple, user-friendly email marketing platform and designed a clean, minimalist template for my newsletter. I wanted the focus to be on the content, not flashy distractions. With my newsletter infrastructure in place, it was time to start growing my subscriber list. Growing my email list became my new obsession. I knew that the larger my subscriber base, the more valuable my newsletter would be, both for my audience and potential sponsors. I experimented with various strategies to attract subscribers, always focusing on offering something valuable in return for their email address. One tactic that proved particularly effective was creating lead magnets, free downloadable resources that provided immediate value to my target audience. I created checklists, templates, and even a mini ebook specifically designed to entice people to subscribe to my newsletter. As my subscriber list grew, I noticed an interesting trend. Brands and companies started reaching out, interested in sponsoring my newsletter. They recognized the engaged audience I had cultivated and saw the value in getting their products and services in front of my subscribers. While building my YouTube channel and email newsletter, I stumbled upon another platform with the potential to generate income. Medium. Medium was an online publishing platform that attracted millions of readers eager to consume thought-provoking articles and engage in meaningful discussions. I had a wealth of content sitting in my drafts folder, articles I had started writing but never published, blog posts that had performed well on my website, and even repurposed content from my email newsletters. Could Medium be the perfect platform to breathe new life into these pieces? I decided to give it a try. I spent a few hours each week polishing up old articles, optimizing them for Medium's platform, and hitting publish. I was curious to see if this experiment in content repurposing could generate any meaningful results. As my online presence grew, I started receiving messages from people who had consumed my content, purchased my products, and found value in my insights. They were eager to learn more, to dive deeper into specific challenges, and to receive personalized guidance on their own journeys. At first I hesitated. I wasn't sure if I was qualified to offer coaching or consulting services. I was still figuring things out myself. But the more requests I received, the more I realized that I had something valuable to offer. I had walked the path they were on, stumbled through the challenges, and emerged with hard-won lessons and strategies. I decided to dip my toes into the world of coaching calls. I created a simple offer on a platform called Clarity.fm, where people could book one-on-one calls with me to discuss their businesses, their goals, and their challenges. I was nervous about charging for my time, but I also recognized the value of my experience and the potential impact I could have. The fruits of my labor, a year in review. 12 months ago, I embarked on a journey to build multiple income streams while working a full-time job. It was a journey fueled by a desire for financial freedom, a thirst for creativity, and a longing for something more than the 9-to-5 grind. Now, looking back, I'm astounded by how far I've come. What started as a seed of an idea had blossomed into a diverse and thriving income-generating ecosystem. Each stream, from freelancing to YouTube automation to digital products, had its own rhythm, its own unique challenges and rewards. But together, they painted a picture of financial resilience and creative fulfillment that I had only dared to dream of a year ago. It wasn't always easy. There were late nights, moments of doubt, and the constant juggle of a full-time job and entrepreneurial pursuits. But the results spoke for themselves. The numbers on my spreadsheets told a story of steady growth, of small wins accumulating into something significant. Section 2. Beyond the numbers, the true rewards. While the financial rewards were undeniable, the true value of this journey extended far beyond the numbers on a spreadsheet. It was about the skills I had acquired, the knowledge I had gained, and the confidence I had cultivated. It was about the freedom to make choices, to pursue passions, and to design a life on my own terms. The most surprising reward, however, was the realization that I wasn't just building income streams, I was building something far more meaningful. I was building a community, a tribe of like-minded individuals who shared my values, my struggles, and my aspirations. Through my content, my products, and my interactions with my audience, I had stumbled upon a sense of purpose that extended far beyond the pursuit of profit. I was making a difference in people's lives, inspiring them to take control of their finances, pursue their passions, and create their own versions of freedom, and that I realized was priceless. Section 1. Embracing the journey, trials, triumphs, and transformations. Looking back on the whirlwind of the past year, the most profound lessons weren't found in spreadsheets or income reports. They were etched in the day-to-day grind, the moments of self-doubt, and the exhilarating breakthroughs that punctuated this transformative journey. The path to building multiple income streams wasn't always smooth. There were moments when the weight of my full-time job threatened to extinguish my entrepreneurial spark, times when the silence of crickets greeted my latest creation, and countless instances where I questioned my abilities and my sanity. Yet, through it all, a quiet determination burned within me. I refused to let setbacks define me. I embraced the challenges as opportunities for growth, the failures as stepping stones on the path to success. Each obstacle I overcame, each lesson I internalized, chipped away at my self-doubt, revealing a resilience and a resourcefulness I didn't know I possessed. Section 2. The power of consistency, small steps, big results. If there's one secret to unlocking the potential of multiple income streams, it's this: consistency trumps intensity. The allure of overnight success is tempting, but the true magic unfolds in the mundane, in the daily commitment to showing up, even when inspiration wanes and motivation dwindles. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, to burn the midnight oil chasing deadlines and launching projects. But sustainable success isn't built on sporadic bursts of energy. It's cultivated through consistent, deliberate action day after day, week after week. Think of it like building a muscle. You wouldn't expect to achieve a six-pack overnight by doing 1,000 crunches in one go. It takes consistent effort, gradual progress, and the willingness to embrace the journey, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The same principle applies to building income streams. It's about dedicating an hour a day, carving out pockets of time amidst the demands of a full-time job, and showing up consistently, even when it feels like you're shouting into the void. Because it's in those moments of quiet persistence that the seeds of your efforts take root and begin to blossom. Section 1. Unleash your potential, one stream at a time. This journey, my journey, it's not about bragging rights or a race to some arbitrary finish line. It's about reclaiming your time, your freedom, and your financial destiny. It's about recognizing that you are capable of more than you think, that you have the power to create a life of abundance and meaning, one income stream at a time. You don't need millions of followers, a trust fund, or a revolutionary idea. You just need to start. Start with what you have, where you are, and with the skills you already possess. Identify that one thing you're good at, that thing people always ask for your help with, and find a way to monetize it. Maybe you excel at crafting compelling presentations, organizing chaotic spreadsheets, or whipping up culinary masterpieces. Whatever your skill, there's an audience out there eager to learn from you, to pay for your expertise, and to support your journey. The key is to take that first step, to overcome the inertia of inaction, and to unleash your potential, one stream at a time. The world is waiting to be amazed by what you create.